skits. Mano gishget mean anjiwen. This is for the skit about a good day and the one about moving. Now these breakup PowerPoints are going to help you to really understand what's being said in the skits a little easier. So we're going to break up all the vocabulary that's going to be used in the skits that you're going to watch in just a moment. And that'll give you, like I said, a little easier time trying to understand what's going on. Okay, Mano gishget. Mano gishget means a beautiful day or a good day. You can use this just kind of talking about the weather outside, saying Mano gishget, it's a nice day. You can even use this as the way we do in English, like as a greeting, like, hey, nice day, or good day, Mano gishget. You could even say Mano gishget can, telling somebody, like, having a nice day, Mano gishget can. So, gi Mano gishget nangom. Was it a good day today? That gi at the front is letting you know this is something that has already happened. So you're talking about the day that's already occurred. Again, mano is good, gishget day, and then when you have that ne, that's one of your simple question indicators. That lets you know it's kind of a yes/no type response question. So usually when you have those nays, usually again you're just looking for a yes/no response, even though somebody might give you a little more response. And then gom is today. And that in on the front, you don't say it real loud. It's kind of voiced, but you really hit the G louder. Gom, gom. And particularly with this one, it kind of flows into the in where you hardly even hear it. And this, it says, gimeno gishget nen gom. So you kind of, the NE there kind of flows into that in, nen gom. Gimeno gishget nen gom. Was it a good day today? Gimeno gishget nen gom. Gimeno gishget. And again, the question really was, type of question is really like a yes/no type question. So you really could just answer with yes. But just so that we can say a little more and use a little more vocabulary, we're going to answer in a full sentence. Gi was mano good gishget day. So it was a good day. Gi mano gishget. Gi mano gishget. Weknija ga kendasyen gom. Weknija ga kindasyen gom. What did you learn today? Weknija ga kindasyen gom. So weknija is what. The ga indicates the past tense with these type of questions. And this is one of your who, what, when, where type questions. So any of these type questions, whenever we ask a who, what, when, where type question, it's asking why or how or when, what. You're asking for more specific details. The verb is always going to be in the conjunct, okay? The verb here is kindaso. Kindaso is the verb to learn or to study. And the O will drop off right here. And the yin is indicating that we're talking about you. So weknija ga kindasyen. So what did you learn? Gom, today again. So weknija ga kindasyen gom. What did you learn today? Chogete. Chogago gete. Nothing really. Chogago gete. Cho means no. Gago is an interesting word. Gago can mean, it's used whenever we use like prohibitive commands where we say don't do that. Don't run, don't sit, don't something. But it's also by itself, it just kind of means something. So gago, just something. And so when you put a cho with it, which is a no, so no and something is nothing. So chogago is nothing. Chogago, nothing or nada. Chogago. And the gete is like really. Now gete has two meanings too. It can mean old or it can mean really. So in this sense it means really. Chogete gago. Nothing really. Gimeno gishgetne. Gimeno gishgetne. Did you have a good day? Gimeno gishgetne. So now, and this was again designed as like a skit. So now the person's kind of returning the question. Did you have a good day? Gimeno gishgetne. Gimeno gishgetne. Did you have a good day? And again, it's a yes/no type response because it has that ne. So it's that type of question. Nagi would mes gabe gishget. Nagi would mes gabe gishget. Yes, I was busy all day. Nagi would mes gabe gishget. So yes, nagi, I was or I did. The in on the front is I. The gi is the past tense. The verb here is wudimze, the verb to be busy. And in this sense, it flips a little bit to wudimes to say I was. Gabe indicates all. You can put this on lots of time words and things like that. You could say like gabe wabin, all morning. This is gabe gishget, so all day. You could say gabe debuk, all night. So that gabe is like a pre-noun, basically something that can be attached to a noun. Weknija gajitshkeyin. Weknija gajitshkeyin. What did you do? Weknija gajitshkeyin. Again, weknija, what? Ga, did. Jitschke is the verb to do something. The yin is indicating you. So, what did you do? Weknija gajitshkeyin. What did you do? Nagi gettige minagi na ikaman I bok squadem. I did some gardening and I fixed a broken door, or a broke door. The gettige is the verb to garden or plant stuff. Nagi, the in on the front again is I, the gi is the past, so I did garden. Nagi gettige, mina, and egi na ikaman, and I did fix that broken squadam door. So na ikan is the verb to fix something. But because this is a secondary verb where the first verb was gettige, the second verb goes into the conjunct form. This is a VTI type verb, so it's a verb where a person is interacting with an object. In this sense, I'm talking about interacting with the door. I'm fixing the door. And so na ikaman is the conjunct form for this type verb to say I fixed, or I am fixing. Well, yeah, I did fix the gi. Na ikaman bok squadem, a broken door. Bok just indicates broken. Like it's used in a lot of different words. Like if you say bokshka, it can indicate like I'm broke. Bokshka, kind of a slang way of saying you don't have any money. I'm broke. Bokshka. But you can also see it attached to verbs like boknukke, he or she broke his or her arm, boknukke. And in this sense, it's attached to a noun, squadam, which is door. Bok squadam, broken door. So I did some gardening and I fixed a broken door. Nagi gettige minagi na ikaman I bok squadam. Bagaji nadiyakwes, nestjan chiwin moyanagi na ikaman I squadam. We kisenyam get wabuk. So bagaji, a little bit. Nadiyakwes, I'm tired. Yakwaze is the verb to be tired. Nadiyakwes, I'm tired. The nida, the da on there is just the longer form to say I. Nadiyakwes. Nestja, but. Chiwinmo is the verb happy. And chiwinmo yan, I'm happy. And chiwinmo yan, the yan is me or I. Egi nakemon, and that I fixed. I squadam, that door. So I'm a little bit tired, but I'm happy that I fixed the door. We kisenyam get wabuk. It's going to be cold tomorrow. We, the future, kisenyam get, will be cold, wabuk tomorrow. So bagaji nadiyakwes nestja, chiwin moyanagi nakamani squadam. We kisenyam get wabuk. Nagin nodan ganabich nishwab tuk debuggin. Nui gishget mina wow doyan imazinigan jig bodwagon. Yeah, I heard it's maybe going to be 20 degrees. I'm going to stay home and read. So, yes. Nodan is the verb to hear something. Nagi nodan, I did hear it. Nagi nodan. Ganabich is maybe or perhaps. Ganabich nishwab tuk, 20. Debagan, degrees or measurement. That debagan can be used for like time, like an hour. Can be used for mileage. In this sense, we're using it for a temperature degree. Debage literally means to pay or to measure. And by itself, debagan can even indicate a ruler. So again, some kind of instrument for measurement. So, nagin no dan ganabich nishwab tuk debagan. Nui gajatke mina wow doyan imazinigan jig bodwagon. So, gajatke is the verb to go home, not to be confused with gajate, which means it's hot. They're real close looking, so like gajatem get, it's hot. Gajatke, though, is the verb to stay home with that extra kind of G in there. So nui gajatke, I'm going to stay home, mina, and wow doyan, I'm going to read, mazinigan, a book, there, jig, close by, bodwagon, close by the fire. So I'm going to stay home and read a book close by the fire. Nin abduk nwio mikchui. As for me, I have to work. That nin there is just kind of a way of kind of getting the attention of like, this is what I'm going to do. Nin. Abduk, have to. Nwio mikchui. Nwi, I will. The O there is to go. Mikchui. So I have to go to work. Nin abduk nwio mikchui. So as for me, I have to go to work. Nin abduk nwio mikchui. Zam meyanet. Too bad. Zam meyanet. Meyanet by itself is just, it's bad. That zam indicates too much of something, so it's too bad. Zam meyanet. You could also use that saying like nagi zam we sin, I ate too much, or zam kasenyam get, it's too cold, in different ways like that. Nagech, later, nagech, and there's a lot of ways to say later. Sketch, skajimeyak, nagech, bamapi, bamamina. There is no true word for goodbye in our language. It's always until another time. So nagech, bamamina, later again. Nijetso debagayin iba edayin. So now we're moving on to the anjiwen, the one about moving. Nijetso debagayin iba edayin. How much do you pay where you live? Nijetso is how much or how many. Debage is the verb to pay. Iba, over there. Edayin, where you live. Abduk nui anji. I'm going to have to move. Anji is the verb to move. Nui, I will. Abduk, have to. So I'm going to have to move. Abduk nui anji. Nija ejewebuk. What happened? Nija ejewebuk. Jewebze. Jewebuk is the verb for it happened, or it's some kind of occurrence is going on. Nija ejewebuk. What happened? Nagi web nagok bua de begayani wewewen. I was evicted when I didn't pay rent. Now, webna is the verb to be tossed out, basically. So what it's really saying here is they tossed me out. Nagi web nagok bua. Bua indicates a negative statement when you're using the conjunct. So instead of the C in the cho, you have bua. Debege, pay. Yan, I. So they threw me out when I didn't pay. Wewewen, the rent. Wewewen is rent. Wewe is by itself is to rent or borrow something. Wewe. Scan, dang, scan, Zamme on it. That's too bad. Zamme on it. We had that before. Zamme on it. Weknija wajichkein. What are you going to do? Weknija wajichkein. So weknija, what? Wa, will or the future. Jichke, the verb to do something. Yin, you. So what are you going to do? Weknija wajichkein. Cho nagekindesin ganabich neap nui anjian nagetsimak. So cho means know. Kindan is the verb to know something, but this has a C in there, so it's I don't know. Cho nagekindesin. So I don't know. Ganabich maybe neap. Neap means back, not like your back of your body, but like going back somewhere. Neap. Ewi, I will. Anjian, move. Nagetsimak, with my parents. So maybe I'll move back with my parents. Cho nagekindesin ganabich neap ewi anjian nagetsimak. Okay. Chowika neap nada anji sigi nagetsimak. I could never move back with my parents. Chowika, that means never. Neap, back. Nada anji si. I couldn't move. Gi, those. Nagetsimak, my parents. So I couldn't move back with my parents. Chowika neap nada anji si gi nagetsimak. Getsimak are my parents. Abduk nui jichke gago. I have to do something. So abduk, have to. Nui, I will. Jichke is the verb to do. Gago, something. So I'm going to have to do something. Abduk nui jichke gago. Win pengade shoda. And I think I need a ne here. Win pengade shoda. Win pengade ne shoda. Is it cheap here? Win pengade ne shoda. Win pengade just means it's cheap or easy even. Shoda, here. Nijetso de bagayin game gizis. Nijetso de bagayin game gizis. So nijetso again is how much. De bage, pay. Yin, you. Game, Game means every, gizis month. So how much do you pay every month? Ni jetso de begeyen game gizis. How much do you pay every month? Niao mina nianomtene makwi game gizis. 450 a month. So niao mina nianomtene. So this I did the simplest way possible. I could have said 400 literally, 4 and then walk. But here I just said 450 makwi dollars every month. Game gizis. So niao 4, mina and nianomtene 50 makwi dollars game every gizis. Niao mina nianomtene makwi game gizis. Gete win pingade. That's really cheap. Gete win pingade. Wasmoen mina bish de go gadak. Is electric and water included? So gete again, really. Win pingade, cheap. Wasmoen is electricity. It comes from the word wasmo, which is like lightning, but wasmoen is electricity. Ne, so it's a simple question. Mina bish and water. De go gadak, it's included or it's added to it. So is water and electric included? So wasmoen ne mina bish de go gadak. Konige, yes, konige. So you can use or konige, both for yes. Watea, wow. Atsugnagen boa beach gadak. Are there any spots available? Are there any rooms available? Watea. Atsugnagen is a room. Question. Boa beach gadak. Excuse me. Boa shouldn't be there. So it'll be Atsugnagen beach gadak. Are there any spots available? Got anake nishnedinindam. I think 1 or 2. Got anake nishnedinindam. And I believe that's the last one. I lied. There's one more slide here. So kajo ne anake namoshwi begedne yewat. Do they allow cats and dogs? Kajo ne anake namoshwi begedne yewat. Konige abduk gui debege gotwak makwi. Bamenagan shonya. Yeah, but you have to pay $100 pet deposit. So kajo is a cat, ne question, anake, or namosh is a dog. We begedne what? This is a form of begedna, to allow something, where do they allow it? But you're not saying they allow you, just do they allow it? We begedne ye what? Konige, yes. Abduk gui debege. So you will have to pay gui debege gotwak 100 makwi dollars. Bamenagan shonya. Bamenagan is a pet. Shonya is money, so a pet deposit. Skena nadasak nishnamoshuk mina gotwatso kajoyak. Dang, I have 2 dogs and 6 cats. Skena, maybe that's why I got thrown out. Skena nadasak, I have them. Nish 2, namoshuk, dogs. Namosh is a dog. Namoshuk, dogs. Mina got watso, and 6, kajoyak. Kajo is a cat. Kajoyak, cats. Bado gawim kan goji anjiwen. I hope you find somewhere to move. Bado gawim kan goji anjiwen. I hope you find somewhere to move. Ningaja. Me too. Ningaja. And that's the end of these 2 skits. So again, I hope that this will help you get a better comprehension of kind of what's going on inside of these skits. So you have one that's talking about anjiwen, moving, and one just talking about a nice day or a good day. Aha. Yo.